Okay, so setup-wise, then, as you said, you're getting a little bit kind of over your toes there, okay, getting a bit too much sort of tilted on your tip. Yeah. Ideally, you want the weight to be kind of equally balanced through your feet there, so you can see your shoulders here now, a bit more kind of, what are you doing there, a bit more over your toes there.
Should I
no,
try to stand
no,
more?
If you stand, you end up stretching for
exactly,
the ball. So you want this sort of spine angle tilt.
Yeah.
Here, you want your belt buckle as you've got putting down there, okay? A little bit of softening of the knees, but your shoulders now a bit more over your toe, but you've got that now in a nice position, okay? The problem you had before, as the swing went back, okay, you got to here, whether it was tension, want to hit the ball further, whatever it was, trying to twist your body, your shoulder would go this way, the hip would go that way, the hand would go this way, out towards the golf ball, throwing that club to what we call outside and above plane, okay? So the club now is coming from outside. You can see at this position here now, just before impact, that shaft now, there's your contact. If I draw a line through the shaft, that's literally touching the golf ball. Therefore, your shaft is on there, so the ball is coming out of that hosely bit there, okay? Yeah. You think where it started, okay? If I draw this line down here now, there's the shaft away from the golf ball, yeah? So the feeling you've got to have, okay, is take the club away. From here now, the hands have got to start working down a bit more, yeah? Okay? So this position here now at impact, okay? The club is nice through your right forearm. It's a bit more on plane. The hands, how much closer your hands are to your body there, okay?
Yeah.
Compared to when they were kind of out there, yeah? Your arms get further from your body. Unless you pull back away or do something, you're going to hit the heel of the glove, okay? And what happened was you were hitting some good shots, probably from the heel and not being aware of it, because obviously you wouldn't be aware of that, because the ball was going straight, happy days. And then out of the blue, doing, whoa, where's that come from? Shocks you a little bit. So the arms start working back down here now. If I put a line now through the shaft here, there's the shaft there, away from the golf ball, you see, yeah? So you've actually got a bit of space now for the club and the hand. Again, when you look at that in terms of how close, then we're talking centimetres, but enough to send it off on 45 degrees. So now your knees have levelled off, your shoulders nice and square, and you then twist through, getting that snap and that feeling of the club creating speed with the hands and wrists, not the right shoulder, the right hip. The body creates power, and it creates a position, Martin, for your hands to swing fast. Try to go back to the kind of swatting a fly, skimming a pebble, that kind of thing, or using that impact bag where you get that snap. The body is powerful, granted, but we want speed, not power, okay? So the arms are going to kind of fall down. There you go, mate. How good was that? And there's a drill I actually saw a couple of years ago, right, where the guy suggested to these golfers, how far can you hit a golf ball with no follow through? And it's really hard to do initially. You see some guys make some really funky moves, but when you actually get good at it, you see these guys. A guy actually last week, actually, and he had a similar kind of issue he's quite a strong bodily guy, trying to get power with his body. He actually said, okay, let's make a swing so the club doesn't go past the end of the mat, right? And he lost about, it was 10 to 12 yards of total distance when the club didn't go past there. And he said the strike was so much better. He said once you just get a bit more increase there gradually, he was gaining 10, 15, 20 yards. He was getting so much more efficiency with the impact and that kind of snap. And that last swing there didn't have much of a follow through, did it, really? Okay, it was more of an efficient kind of with the club, coming back into the golf ball and creating a much more efficient strike and more powerful move. There you go. But it's hand speed, you see. So I think your go-to, and it will probably happen again, I'm not trying to scare you now for the future, but they will come back. At least you know when they start going sideways, reduce that swing a little bit. Just take a little bit, because when you try to get power, the shoulder flies forward, okay? So maybe you just say, okay, right, this would normally be an 8-iron. I'm going to hit a 7-iron and take the backswing a little bit shorter, but still get the feeling of the arms down, okay? The arms down are what we're trying to create more of, all right? Once those arms and shoulders go out, Martin, you're just in a death position, and you've got to make adjustments.
Only a quick question, eh?
Yeah.
While we're talking.
Yeah, of course, yeah, that's fine. No, you're fine, that's fine, there's no problem. No worries.
Am I doing the same with my driver then?
I nearly said it's going to be exactly the same with your driver, yeah. Exactly. And in some ways, it's more so because you want to get more power with that club. The thing is, you can't shank it. There's no hosel. You can heel it and smother it low left, but if the club is coming over this way as it was too steep, there's no loft on the golf club. You've got to feel this shoulder's got to stay back, yeah? Think about throwing a ball underarm. If you're going to throw a ball underarm, your shoulder wouldn't try and get in front of your chest here, would it, Ryan? Your right shoulder's going to be going under. There you go. That's it. And that's kind of the simplest move that you can make really with a stick in your hand. The problem is you put two hands on that stick, you get here and your brain goes, I want some power. And become like a silverback gorilla trying to rip the ball apart, yeah. Okay, make sense? Good man.